We have fire. I think it's burning down pretty good now. Hello, welcome back to another episode from Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. I'm Bill. I'm glad you could join me. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to char punkwood using a primitive method. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. I got a little fire going here, and make sure this piece is out. I just charred this little piece of punkwood here. And I'm going to demonstrate today how to do this without a container. A lot of sources show how to do it in an Altoids tin, for instance. And if you can use the primitive mound method, you can actually make charcoal this way. But charred punkwood is a really good way to start a fire. It produces an instant coal, and the way we're going to do this is the soil needs to be perfectly dry. If it's wet, what happens is charcoal is very absorbent, and if there's dampness in the soil, once you put it in here and cover it up, it's going to absorb that moisture, and your charcoal's not going to work until it dries out. You can see, if that happens, if it gets wet, you can set it out in the sun for a day and let it let it dry out before you use it, and it will work that way. But anyways, I have some soil here, and this is dry, and I want to talk about punkwood a little bit. There's different grades of punkwood. You have punkwood that is still kind of hard. This is just slightly punky, and it's semi-decomposed, which is what punkwood is. It's decomposed wood, and it's a little bit lighter than what it would normally be. But this is in a semi-punky stage, and it's still, I mean, it's lighter, but it's not. This really won't work as well. It's just not as porous. And the thing that makes punkwood work so well for this is its porosity. And I have another piece of punkwood over here. This is what you want. This is really light. It's about as light as balsa wood. You don't want it so decomposed to where it's just crumbling into dust. That's overly decomposed. But if you can take this stuff and break off a piece like this, that's about the consistency that you want it. Here's some other pieces right here, and it's really light, like balsa wood. So this is the type of punkwood that you're looking for. There's a big down tree over here that's really old. It's probably been laying there for I don't know how many years, and so I just grabbed a piece and broke it off there, and so that's really good punkwood here. So what you do with this, take your punkwood. We'll go ahead and we'll break this piece down a little smaller. Take your punkwood, and the trick to charring this is if you overchar the punkwood, it's not going to work. I don't know why that is. It overcooks it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lightly char the outside. So throw it on the coals. Make sure you have your hole ready. And you don't want to, if it catches into, bursts into flames like this, you want to pull it off and pat it out. Charring it, trying not to burn it. If it bursts into flames pretty easily, it's very porous, and that's actually what you're looking for. That's going to make a good piece of char here. So basically going to do this until we get the outside black, charred. Put that white section down. This stuff will burn pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and bury that right now. See, it's already smoldering. So you're just going to bury it up. And what that does, it does the same thing as a 10 would do. All we're doing right here, we're cutting off the oxygen to it, which prevents it from turning to ash. In other words, this is the oxidation process here, where it turns white, turns to ash. And the white ash, campfire ash, has a lot of uses. That contains a lot of lye. So we're going to wait a little bit here with the oxygen cut off. So you can char punkwood and carry some in a container in your kit. And once you hit it with a ferro rod or a flint and steel or even a magnifying glass, it gives you an instant coal, and it's going to burn really hot. It's a great way to get your tinder started. Let's take a look at this. Once it's no longer smoldering, you can blow on it. Now if it turns red like a coal, then it's not out all the way. So it looks like we've done a good job here. So this is what we have. That's a nice charred piece of punkwood. Just very lightly charred on the outside is what we're doing here. And so what we do with this, make sure I'm in frame here. I'll take my ferro rod. We'll pretend that we're going to ignite this in order to start fire. Not sure if that's showing up there. There it is. That's all there is to it. That's the primitive method of charring punkwood without the use of a container. You can also make charcoal this way too. Charcoal's done a little bit differently. I'll do a video on that at some point in the future. I'm going to go ahead and char a couple more pieces of this while I have the coals. Go on, see if this is out. It's out when you blow on it and it doesn't turn red. So I'm going to take these, I'm going to put these in my kit. I have an Altoids tin here. And since I have the coals here and I'm already doing this, I'll take a few pieces with me in my kit for future use. So the coals now have died down a little bit, so this is actually a little bit better for charring. It's not so apt to burst into flames as quickly. Whoop, there we go. And we're good on that, so go ahead and bury that. Toss another one on here. I have an Altoids tin here that I have pine resin in. So I'll go ahead and just stick these in here for future use. Actually, that's probably about all I need. I don't think I have any more room in here. That's probably all I'm going to take. Enjoyed the video as much as I did making it today. And like I said, this is a very easy way to char punkwood. If you're in a primitive situation, you don't have access to a container, you can still get the job done using what nature provides. I hope all of you are having an outstanding day or night, depending on where you're located, and I will see all of you very soon on the next one. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.